1,000 guests. Madison Square Garden. The most famous woman on the planet getting married to one of the most famous athletes on the planet. And almost none of it leaked in real time. No paparazzi shots, no live tweeted vows, no guests posting sneaky Instagram stories from the reception. That was not luck. That was a plan. But here's the thing about a 1,000-person guest list stacked with athletes, musicians, and A-list celebrities. Details have a way of getting out anyway. And now that the wedding is over, the secrets are spilling. Confiscated phones, surprise karaoke, six-figure raffle prizes, and wedding trash selling for tens of thousands of dollars online. Yes. Really? Let's get into it. The most locked-down wedding in recent memory. July 3rd, 2026, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got married in front of roughly 1,000 guests, and the security operation around it was genuinely something to behold. Every single guest had their phones and smartwatches confiscated before they even got inside. Not just handed to a friend, not turned on silent, confiscated. Reports say devices were placed into individual locked glass boxes with guests given a key to retrieve them later, like a coat check, but for your entire digital life. And it wasn't just guests. According to TMZ, even the NYPD officers working security inside the venue weren't allowed to keep their phones on them. They were reportedly told, if you don't like the rule, you don't have to work the event. The NYPD. Taylor Swift told the NYPD to put their phones away. And they did. The arena itself was transformed into a fortress. Windows covered with drapes, guests driven directly into an enclosed arrival tent so nobody outside could catch a single glimpse. Privately escorted inside, completely shielded from view. And before any of that, every single attendee had to sign an ironclad non-disclosure agreement just to receive their digital invitation. This wasn't just keeping it private. This was one of the most tightly controlled celebrity events in recent memory. And it almost worked. When the wall of silence started cracking. Here's the thing about NDAs. You can put one in front of anyone. You cannot guarantee everyone reads the fine print twice. Bloomberg reporter Miles Miller confirmed that Madison Square Garden reportedly fired staff members who violated their confidentiality agreements after details started leaking out anyway. Apparently, working the wedding of the decade wasn't worth risking your job over a screenshot. For most people. And then there was the guest who caused a brief social media firestorm after appearing to sneak a phone into the venue. The internet lost its mind. The wall of silence had cracked. The secrets were out. Except it turned out to be a promotional stunt for her jewelry brand, not an actual security breach. The internet had to put itself back together. The wall mostly held, but the details came out anyway. They always do. Inside the ceremony. So what actually happened inside? Adam Sandler officiated the ceremony. Let that land for a second. Adam Sandler officiated the ceremony and reportedly performed an original song for the couple as part of it, which honestly tracks completely for a man who has been serenading people at weddings on screen for decades. He was born for this moment. Instead of a traditional wedding party, Swift and Kelce kept it close to family. Taylor's brother Austin stood as her man of honor. Travis's brother Jason served as best man. Jason and his wife Kylie's kids acted as flower girls, which is objectively adorable, and also a little surreal to picture at Madison Square Garden. The venue itself was transformed into something out of a fever dream fairy tale. Peach and white draped across floors, walls, and ceilings, plush pink carpeted staircases, and, lining the entrance, enlarged photos of Taylor and Travis at every age from 1 year old all the way through their teenage years. A walk through their childhoods before the ceremony even began. Okay, that's actually kind of beautiful. The reception, where things got genuinely wild. Now here's where it gets fun. Once the ceremony wrapped, the reception turned into what can only be described as a celebrity variety show that nobody outside the building was allowed to know about. Paul McCartney performed. Stevie Nicks performed. And then, the karaoke started. A karaoke session at the Taylor Swift wedding, featuring Sabrina Carpenter and Ice Spice grabbing the mic according to guests who spoke to CNN. Paul McCartney performed, and then the karaoke started. That is a sentence that exists. But the music wasn't even the wildest part of the reception. Guests could play games throughout the night in exchange for raffle tickets. And the prizes were not party favors. Dior and Chanel bags, Cartier watches, and a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle, the same model car Kelce and Swift reportedly drove on one of their early dates. A vintage car as a raffle prize at a wedding reception. Okay, Taylor. Feeding 1,000 guests, including a room full of professional athletes with famously large appetites, called for a serious spread. TMZ reported the couple skipped a formal sit-down dinner in favor of buffet stations covering everything from pasta and sushi to filet mignon, plus Chinese, Italian, and American dishes. Travis Kelce's teammates ate filet mignon next to Stevie Nicks at a karaoke reception. This is real life. The toast that got people talking. Every great wedding has a speech moment. This one delivered. One of Taylor's longtime friends went completely off script during her toast with a joke poking fun at football culture in a room full of NFL players. The reaction was described as landing somewhere between gasps and laughter, with several of Travis's teammates sitting right there. Taylor reportedly loved it. Travis's teammates reportedly had thoughts. Who didn't make the cut? Not everybody made the guest list, and not everybody was quiet about it. Former NFL players Will Compton and Taylor Lewin publicly expressed surprise at being left off, joking on their podcast about feeling snubbed despite a long friendship with Travis. On the flip side, a few big names actually turned the invitation down. Charles Barkley admitted he got one, but passed, said a big formal event just wasn't his scene. Charles Barkley turned down Taylor Swift's wedding invitation because he didn't feel like going. Respect, honestly. And then there's James Taylor, the musician, whose name is famously where Taylor Swift's own name came from. Also turned it down, had a scheduled performance elsewhere and kept it. The man Taylor Swift was named after skipped her wedding to go do his own show. That's commitment to the craft. Wedding trash, selling for thousands. And now, the detail that tells you everything about the cultural moment this wedding occupied. After the wedding wrapped, people reportedly started trying to sell alleged wedding trash collected outside Madison Square Garden, fabric scraps, and a bag of air. A bag of air from outside the Taylor Swift wedding, with asking prices climbing as high as tens of thousands of dollars. Whether any of it actually sold is unclear, but the fact that someone tried tells you everything. The prenup nobody is mad about. One more detail worth mentioning, because it says a lot about how this couple approached the business side of forever. Reports indicate Taylor and Travis signed a prenuptial agreement, with Taylor's father closely involved in the legal process to help protect her business interests. In an industry where prenups get framed as unromantic or a sign of distrust, this one is being talked about differently. Sources close to Travis say he saw it as common sense, not a test. He reportedly told friends he understood exactly how much work went into building Taylor's empire, and had zero interest in getting in the way of that. A prenup framed as mutual respect. In 2026. That's actually kind of refreshing. So there you have it. Confiscated phones and locked glass boxes. Adam Sandler with an original song. Paul McCartney followed immediately by karaoke. A vintage car as a raffle prize. A toast that made NFL players uncomfortable. Charles Barkley saying, "Thanks, but no thanks." James Taylor choosing his gig over the wedding of the decade. And someone trying to sell a bag of air outside Madison Square Garden for tens of thousands of dollars. For a wedding built entirely around privacy. It sure didn't take long for the details to come pouring out. They always do. Drop a like. Taylor would want you to. Drop a comment below. Would you have gone to the karaoke or skipped with Charles Barkley? Subscribe for more stories like this one. See you in the next one.